It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now this defense for the Commanders, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this... Test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 45-yard line. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
He's got room at the 30.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Mecole Hardman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders
at their own 21.
Now they go play action with Howell.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
They'll go play action. Howell
slings this deep from McLaurin.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting it in.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 29, Howell out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
Able to find Lazard. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Howell, 3rd and goal.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. A disastrous loss there on 1st and goal on the sack. Sets him back big time.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Play action now. Prescott.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On 1st down, Howell.
Over the middle, complete. That's Smith.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Howell now to throw it.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
Howell throwing on 1st down here. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
Touchdown, Washington.
Anthony Schwartz.
40 yards.
And the Commanders have moved out in front. Joey Sly on for the extra point.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Howell try to pick it up on 3rd. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Finding room at midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
He's got Smith here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
Now he'll dump. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And the tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
129 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Going to run again here with Pollard.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Prescott now.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd and 7.
Howell.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And his throw is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. And once more, Howell back to the air. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
Got a man. That's Lazard. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Now Howell. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Sam Howell
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Commanders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
That's caught, and he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game.
Now this is going to be...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. From 8 yards out.
And the Commanders are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here's Prescott.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Prescott on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
Prescott off play action.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Off play action. It's Howell.
Taking a shot for Samuel.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. They'll go play action. Howell.
That's Samuel. Caught left side.
And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Another throw for Howell. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And the Commanders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
On 1st down, Howell.
Complete. Smith has it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
First down, Howell to throw.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw again on 2nd down.
Howell back to Gibson, and another catch for him.
Touchdown!
Antonio Gibson
from 8 yards out.
And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And now here is another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here's Howell. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.